So one thing that I always hear when I'm doing makeup is how to make your face look thinner. And today I'm going to give you tips on how to thin your nose with contouring. So the first step would be to highlight. I'm using YSL Touche Eclat today. What you do, take a little pump. I'm going to put a little bit down the top of my nose. So this is highlighting the top, and later we're going to go back with contour, and the combination of the two is what thins the face, and we'll give it a little bit of that illusion that it's thinner and more precise. So as you can see, I'm just tapping this on right now. You can use a brush if you want, but I just tap it in because tapping is what creates the coverage to stick a little bit better, and it looks a little more natural when you tap. So don't be afraid to kind of get right in there, tap it all down, make sure it's blended and looks very flawless. And I love the Touche Eclat because it's very light, it highlights, but it's not too heavy. And especially when you're doing contouring, you don't want anything that's going to look cakey or throw off the effect, because you're already doing something that's kind of unnatural by creating an illusion of more contour than what you really have on your face. So you want it to look very flawless. So now that the top of my nose is highlighted, I'm gonna go back, and what I use for contour today is a Bobbi Brown foundation stick. Now, as you can see, this is definitely too dark. I wouldn't use this for foundation, and I did that on purpose. What you do is you wanna choose a shade that's either 3 or more shades darker than your natural skin tone, and you wanna make sure that the tone is a cool tone rather than a warm tone. If you're using a warm tone when you're contouring, it's gonna end up a little bit too orangey, maybe terracotta colored, so definitely cooler. And this color is Almond, number 7. What I'm gonna do is take a concealer brush. I'm gonna use a little bit of this. I'm loading both sides of the brush. And this foundation stick is really nice because it blends very well and it's easy to use. And what I do, a simple way to do a contour on the nose is just kind of take the brush right in this nape of the nose right here. You see I made the mark, and just do a little flick like that. So this is a very easy everyday type of contour. It's not going to be that dramatic, but I'll go through and show you a more dramatic version if you really want to slim. So I'm going to do the little flick on the other side. This is very simple. No one will really notice this one if you do it on a daily basis. And what I'm doing, as you can see, is just blending the contour downwards. So now, if you want to do something that's a little more intense, what I'm going to do, once again, load the brush, and I'm actually going to line the entire side of the nose. Very thin. It's going to look pretty dramatic at first. As you can see, you wouldn't want to walk around like this. And then I'm going to take the brush and blend this downwards. And the line that you're doing is kind of like where the brow ends down to that nape of the nose where we did the little flick earlier. And we're blending. Like I said, downward blend, make sure it looks very natural. And what you can do, since this is a little more dramatic and you don't want it to look very obvious, you can take a sponge that maybe has a little bit of foundation or something else on it and kind of tap it down so it looks a little more natural. I'm gonna take that there. Make sure that it looks flawless. So next we're gonna do the other side. And you want to make the line pretty straight. Make sure that it's pretty flawless there. And you can even take it a little bit up towards the brow too if you want. And once again, blending downwards. Making this line more precise. And now back with the sponge. And there you have it. That's how to contour your nose.